It is estimated that over 1,000 students within the William S. Hart Union School District are homeless. It's not likely that the average Santa Clarita Valley resident recognizes these students and their parents in an everyday setting. They're the families walking by us in the grocery store, or the parents dropping their kids off at school in the car parked beside you. The difference is that these families don't have a place to call home. Home is their car, a hotel room, a friend's garage, or even a nearby wash.
Well, the interesting thing is I think if you talk to most people who live in the Santa Clarita Valley, they'll tell you that there's not a homelessness issue with families because they don't see it. But when we talk to the Hart District and we look at the numbers that they have, approximately 1,000 students in the Hart District are homeless. And that's just high school and junior high students. And I think that shocks a lot of people because we don't realize that these kids are sleeping on couches and staying in other people's houses and sleeping in the cars with their families. That number shocked me, and I think I was in disbelief like most people are when they first hear it, and it really has stuck with me, and it's with me wherever I go.
Hundreds of volunteers and more than 25 interfaith congregations in the Santa Clarita Valley have bonded together to solve this problem. On June 5, 2011, Family Promise of SCV opened its doors to the Santa Clarita Valley's homeless families. Family Promise SCV, an affiliate of the National Family Promise Organization, mobilizes community faith groups and works to assist homeless families in achieving sustainable independence. We offer them a welcoming temporary home and compassion while preserving their individual dignity. In other words, we give families hope.
The Resource Center is a place where the families can come on a daily basis and get their needs met so that they can transition out of homelessness and find the solutions to their situation and find transitional or permanent housing.
I was injured back in February at work, lost my job in April, lost my apartment in June, and stayed in hotels in July. But without an income, I wasn't able to afford hotels anymore. So I started looking into shelters, and it's the best thing I ever did. We love it here.
What surprised me the most is how loving and caring everybody is, especially Chris. She is amazing. And I've met Larry and Terry, and they're also very sweet. And just the way that we're treated as family, they make us feel very comfortable. I'm sure when you guys walked in, you noticed that. And everybody just willing to help. They go out of their way to make sure that we're comfortable, to make sure that we're well taken care of. And being here has definitely minimized my stress level in the sense that I'm here. They helped me do my resume, which I had never done. I have computer access so that I can look for a job. And I think I would be in a worse situation had I not come here.
The Resource Center provides the families, the parents in particular, with the necessary tools to help them get back on their feet. But at the end of the day, these families need a warm, welcoming place to call home. They need a hearty meal, time with their family, a place to do schoolwork, and a decent night's sleep. That's where our 14 host congregations come in.
What a host congregation does is once a quarter we'll be having the families come in and staying at our church, and the way I look at it is we're giving sanctuary to the families as they come. So they've been at the Resource Center all day. The children, youth have been at school throughout the day, and at night we're that respite place where they can come and just find a place to chill out, be with families from our church and get together and have that community atmosphere. But then my hope is that we can create a place where this is their home for that week and give them a part of our church to just be able to get together as a family and connect just the way that we would all do within our families over dinner, talk about school, talk about just what's going on in all of their lives. So basically a host congregation, as I see it, is creating a home for a family or families that come along through the Family Promise organization.
One of the things that all faiths teach is that we have to respond to people who need help, and the most vulnerable, the widows, the orphans, the homeless, the strangers amongst us who are the most vulnerable. And every faith community teaches that. What's so important about Family Promise is that we've seen people get together. We've seen people who finally feel that the faith communities have responded to the needy out here. And I feel that this is only going to be the beginning of a lot more and a lot closer work by the faith communities in Santa Clarita to respond to the most vulnerable in our community. And this is a phenomenal opportunity. Family Promise gives our community the opportunity to work together in a way that it never has before.
In addition to the 14 host congregations, more than 11 other support congregations have committed to providing volunteers, donations, and resources to keep the Family Promise Mission and Resource Center alive and well. Without the commitment from our host and support organizations, Family Promise SCV would not be helping homeless families today.
Before I got involved in church at all, I didn't really, you read about it in the paper, but it didn't seem very real. But as part of the social justice team for my church, people with families would come in and their children, and then it became very real to see these people who were probably sleeping in their cars. They didn't really have what families needed, and that's what Family Promise provides.
At first I figured a shelter would be like a place where it's just like food and like a place to sleep and with a whole bunch of people. And what we've been given is like some space and some time and like some actual help. And knowing my mom and what we've been giving together, like we'll probably get back on our feet and do something. Person running it, Chris, is just really sweet, and I really don't know what my family would do without all this.
The core of Family Promise SCV is the dedication and compassion that flows from the Santa Clarita Valley's interfaith community. What if?